Hey y'all, it's your girl Suki. Thank you for tuning in to Suki's Honeydew Project. Let's get right into everything that I'm doing that's amazing. First amazing thing, I know how to buy plane tickets the best way ever. It may take a little time, but you'll love this tip. Secondly, I would like to discuss oysters and if I'm doing that correctly and amazing. I do not know if I am. Third, let's talk about the time I messed up with some evidence during a crime scene. It's funny now because, anyways, thank you for tuning in to Suki's Honeydew Project. I hope that you're continuing to do something sweet for yourselves and others by getting to your honeydew list. I hope that you have done something amazing for yourself, like self care and affirmation, breathing techniques. There's a good one. You can pull in through your nose and out through your mouth. So do that 3 times in a row in the morning before your coffee. You'll love it. All right, let's jump right into how to buy a plane ticket. What you do is cancel that round trip view. Click on the one way. So if you're going to New Orleans, click on one way to New Orleans from your place. Look at how much the tickets cost that way. Then reverse it. Look at the destination towards getting back to your house and look at the plane tickets that way. Ha, bet you didn't know that, did you? Don't do the round trip. It may be cheaper. You don't know. I don't know, right? But that's why we do our research. That's why we don't let them get the best of us. We do our own research. And by doing the one way view, I'm telling you, the deals will just start popping in. So I use Hopper and Google Flights to usually choose where I'm going. But in this area, our airports are kind of named weird names like DCA, which is neither in DC nor called DC. I don't know why it's DCA. It's not in DC. It's not called DC. It's called Reagan National. And that's for newer people. Older people call it something entirely different. And it's in Virginia. Yeah, it is. It's in Alexandria, Virginia. We have another airport in Alexandria, or I would say in the Northern Virginia area called Dulles. It's about 30 minutes away from Alexandria. And that's the I mean, it's a good place to get, like, a nice ticket, but nobody goes to Dulles. Nobody, and I always forget not to do Dulles because D and DCA get me all, you know what I mean, confused, and so I click DCA, and then I'm crying at the wrong airport. It happens. It happens, okay? And the worst thing is when you see someone who's made it all the way to the top of getting to the TCA or TSA, getting up to the TSA, getting ready to walk to their gate, and they say, "Wait, is this Dulles or Reagan National?" It's like a collective gasp among everyone in the group when someone is at the wrong airport, and it happens so often. Like your heart just goes out to that person. Everyone just hangs their head like, "Dude, you're never gonna make that flight." It happened to me one time. I was going to a work trip. It actually happened to me twice. Let me stop lying. It happened to me twice. On 2 different occasions, I thought I was at DCA and I was actually at Dulles. And so the second time it happened, the I was supposed to be going on a work trip and I was supposed to be there that day for an audit. And I just start crying buckets, like huge bucket of tears because I am at the wrong airline and I don't know how I'm going to get to my destination. The stewardess says, "What's going on here?" I said, "Well, I'm at the wrong airport." She said, "Oh, girl, we're not going to let the devil win today." I said, "No, we're not." She said, "No, we are not. Satan ain't in this house. The Lord is." I said, "Yes, he is. Yeah, whatever." You know what I mean? Like, Yes, he is. She said, there's more of us than there is of them. And my mom says that all the time, meaning there's more of good people than there is bad. And she said, we're about to get this fixed right now. And she switched my plane ticket for free. And I was able to make it to the thing on time. So I love it. I love it when I connect with good people and, at your like lowest moment, somebody comes in and says, I got your back. It was And Satan, he did not win. He did not win that day. He was done for. She said he was not getting up in there, and he wasn't. He didn't get to do it. So that was it. Okay. How do you eat oysters? I went to a rooftop bar and I got to enjoy some amazing oysters. They were from the West Coast and they were from the East Coast, and they all went into my belly collectively. I had a whole bunch of stuff to my oysters. I don't know how y'all eat them, but and then okay, I don't know if you're supposed to like just ram it down your throat or if you're supposed to chew it or if you're supposed to like toss it around. Like, what are you supposed to do with it once it's in your mouth? That is my question. How do you eat the oysters once it's like in your mouth? I saw one guy at the restaurant, he took it out of the shell and then used a fork to dip the oyster, but I still don't know what happened once he got it into his mouth. Like what occurred, you know what I mean? Like what was the steps? I don't know that. I would like to I would like to get your take on what you're supposed to do once something is in your mouth that is an oyster. Thank you, because I clarified that. Now we all know what we're talking about, right? Okay. Oysters. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for checking out my episodes and for commenting and for liking and subscribing. Thank you for checking out the Slasher Sports family and looking at our bios and hitting us up on Discord. We're still getting that going. So thank you for working with us as we test all that stuff out. I want you to know that it's kind of amazing that you're stopping by because you are amazing and no one else can do it with you but you. And I'm so happy that you're here. I want to know everything. What have you done? What have you gotten into? What are you about to get into that's legal and will have you still maintain your job? Because that is important. But I want to know because I adore you and I am so glad that you are here. If no one told you that today, let me be the first. You are amazing and I'm glad that you're here. And I'm glad that you're checking in with me because I have one more thing to talk about. So, one of my first crime scenes was a double homicide, which is not funny. But you have to write a lot of information down during homicides, especially when you're collecting the evidence. So I had to do a GSR kit on 2 human bodies, 4 hands. I hope that the math is mathing for everyone. So just 2 people and then their hands. Boom. I had to do the gunshot residue GSR kit, collect a test sample and then an actual sample for each hand and each side. Well, because there's so much going on at a crime scene and it was my first one and I was kind of getting like very anxious, I mixed up the names of who the hands belonged to. Yeah. What saved me were my notes. I took such detailed notes of the scene. I was able to go back and verify, you know, whose hand was the right hand. And how someone caught me or how it was, found out that I had the wrong name on the GSR kit was the jewelry matching with what was on the body. So that didn't match up. So they had to, we had to go through each of the items to verify what my note said against what the actual evidence that was collected did. And then I had to testify about that. And I was not good on the stand, like, not at all. Like, you know how I sound like this, right? Imagine, like, 24-year-old Sookie. Oh my God, like, and then like, and oh yes, like, no, like, yes, that was me the whole time. I have no idea what the poor lady who had to write down everything I said, what she wrote, because it was probably like just a bunch of likes and oh my God, and shut up. That was horrible. I hope that it's not recorded anywhere because it was not the best. It's not the best time. But okay, I don't know. I think that we've touched on a couple. Oh, shout out to the Kohl's lady. I am preparing to go to New Orleans, and how I prepare is I go to TJ Maxx first, and then I go to Kohl's. TJ Maxx has everything you need to like start the small packaging for flying, because you can't always take everything you want to take. TJ Maxx has everything. So I usually start with TJ Maxx and then I go to Kohl's. Shout out to the cashier at Kohl's, the sales associate. She's ringing me up and we come across a dress that doesn't have a tag on it. So she keys it in, the amount pops up. She looks at me. I look at her. It's $88. She said, "Did you see that?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "What you want to do?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You still thinking about getting this?" I said, "Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm I'm thinking about it." She said, "Okay. Let me key it in one more time just to double check." So she keyed in the dress one more time and it popped up $88 again. She was like, "So what you wanna do?" I said, "It's the nice dress." She said, "But is it $88? You I mean, do you think it's $88 nice though?" And I was like, "I don't think it is. No. It's not there's no discounts or nothing going on." Me and her having the best conversation. There's 40 people lined up on the side, and we're looking at this dress trying to determine if it's like $88 worth of niceness. It was not. We both determined, we came together as a unified front and determined that the dress was not was not required to move on with life. So we put it away. She said, "Come back in a week, cause that $88. Mm-mm. Thank you for saving my life, lady." I like that. There's more of us than there is of them. There's more good people with good hearts and good energy. And I know because I know all of y'all and y'all know me. So we know there's more of us. And we just got to keep giving each other the boost. You're doing amazing, sweetie. I know you are. And if the week hasn't gone that great, it's okay. There's still time to pick yourself up, and there's always tomorrow. So don't worry about it. We got this. We got it. My dog is dropped off. I went and saw an amazing, beautiful church. I think I have a picture of it while I dropped her off. She's in Loudoun County because she needs space when she gets boarded. She needs like 15 acres. That dog, these dogs, man, they live the best life ever. She's even got a pool. She's making friends. I haven't even heard from her. That's crazy. Anyways, out in Loudoun County, beautiful church of Rehoboth. Beautiful church still has service. It has a little steeple. It's an amazing place. It's lots of land out in Loudoun County. Like the air is different because there's no condos. That's what happens. Okay, that is all I had. I'll be going to New Orleans in like 4 hours. So, getting myself together. Thank you for sticking with me as I worked out some technical difficulties, and I'm bringing this video a little later. Please continue to share my videos and to let me know what I should try or what I should dig into next or what other kind of stories you want to hear. I am ready. Tell me everything. Continue to do something sweet for yourselves and others, and check in with me. I'll talk with y'all later.